Sumaya, if you feel like you're hurt constantly and all you do is right, even according to Islam, what can you do? Okay, so a lot of this is to do with emotions and stuff, and I think that definitely there's a lot of stuff we can do with emotions. Like I said, it's about what you feed yourself. You got to remember, right? This is the way it works. Something happens, you tell yourself a story, and then based on that story, you feel a certain way. So let's take an example, right? Someone comes into the room and says "Assalamu alaikum" and shakes the hand of most people, but doesn't shake my hand. Okay, so what's the facts of that situation? The fact is someone came into this room, shook everyone's hand, didn't shake my hand. Okay, what's the story? Now, the story could be anything. The story I tell myself is that person doesn't like me. That person is rude. That person this, that person this, that person this. Okay, now if I say that person doesn't like me, how am I going to feel? I'm going to feel hurt. I'm going to feel like I don't like them, right? But what if I tell myself the story that the brother didn't see me? Maybe he didn't see me. Or like is encouraging someone, I make an excuse for them and I say, you know what? He didn't see me. He was in a rush. How am I going to feel then? Oh, poor guy, he's in a rush. I wonder what he's rushing for. So can you see the difference? Now, I'm not saying you don't get hurt and it's all in your mind, but I'm just saying that you got to remember that the story that you tell yourself will define how you feel about it. Second thing is when you actually get hurt, because we do get hurt. When you get hurt once, that pain is there. Like if I stepped on your toe right now, it would hurt you. Trust me, it would hurt you. A lot of weight there, right? It would hurt your toe. So if it hurt your toe, in that moment, you feel real pain. But after an hour, that pain's gone. Okay? Now, if you replay that pain in your mind, that's called suffering. Okay? And what you do is you replay the suffering in your mind. This is what a lot of people do. And so even though the pain of the toe is gone, there is no real pain there, because you're replaying the incident, oh my God, that day Muhammad stepped on my toe, it hurt so much. You feel that suffering again, because human beings, we have imagination that we can use. So you feel this suffering and again and again and again. And a lot of people, what we do is we go through the pain. Of course, qadarullah, we accept the pain, we go through it. But then we replay it in our heads millions of times, and keep going through the suffering over and over and over and over again. Why? Why would we do that? What needs to happen is we need to get over it. And this is where qadr is so beautiful, because qadr is, you accept this is the qadr of Allah, you take it as a qadr of Allah, and you move forward. You move forward. In that moment, you feel pain, you cry, you're sad, that's fine. But then you move forward and you don't replay that in your head, because the more you replay it in your head, the more pain you're going to feel.